You? No.
You didn't officially ghost me?
No, I was talking about the fucking wussy who was like, you didn't respond to my text message.
I mean, because we'd still have to do the show if you ghosted me because people would be upset.
That is true. I mean, people are already upset. So
at least you show up on time.
I don't know about that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm lean. He's mean. And according to somebody, we are tasteless and obscene. You know what time it is. It is about that time for us to rock your eardrums once a week. It's me. It is I. It is we. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host of No Name.
I'm DJ Also Fresh, and I survived the plague that was put on men. It was worse than Spanish flu. It was worse than bubonic. I did smoke a lot of chronic during the time I had the plague, but I have come back to rule this. They call me a radio god in some places. I can't tell you which towns they are, but they call me a radio god. And you know, we are, what were we called this week? I can't forget.
Tasteless and obscene.
We are tasteless and obscene. So, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. There you go.
Well, first of all.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Hey, Ken Berry, fuck you. Go ahead.
You know what, Ken Berry? You can get it too. You watch your mouth, all right? I'm the one who sits across from us so fresh. I'm the one who has to look into his eyes and see his pain. And I don't need you or some moldy graham cracker looking bitch with a Karen kebab haircut talking shit about my goddamn show. She started the name calling first, though, so she started it first.
See, I'll start with Kim Berry. He is a fine, upstanding citizen and a radio god, and I appreciate you listening to the show, but still, fuck you once again. I can't let you get away with it. You don't donate. No, it's patreon.com/The Hype Podcast. If you're not there, you're getting fucking blown up too. And yeah, to that motherfucker that got their email out 2 minutes before me this week, hey, I'm coming to get you. Anyway.
Just start waking up at 3 a.m. to send that bitch out.
I'm just seeing this Grammy gummy looking bitch gonna talk shit about us on the fucking internet. Thank you.
I don't know. I
wouldn't be surprised if she lived in a shoe.
I just don't know how she came up with the phrase tasteless and obscene, because I'm fucking delicious and I wear hats.
You know what it comes down to? It really comes down to this. When you live in a world, and baby, you live in Idaho, I understand. You probably just never tasted something good. So you would think it was tasteless. You would hope it wouldn't have taste. You would hope the sweet brown sugar wouldn't make you stray from where you've been for about 70 years, how old you and your husband are. I know when you get to the state senate, you want a nice little piece of chocolate to stop by and make deposits in your campaign fund. But that's not going to happen because you talk shit about us.
I mean, this woman looks like she probably voted for Joe Biden. That's as bad as she looks.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. It's cool. It's cool. But because what this all started with was on Sunday, I posted a meme. And yeah, I started posting memes. You check us out at The Hype Podcast on Instagram or Facebook, because we post a lot. No, I post a lot of funny shit. Let me blow it up for that. Yeah, I post a lot of funny shit.
I don't post anything.
This random motherfucker don't even shake his hand because he's over there picking his ass.
I don't do social media at all.
Never shake his hand, because all he does when he's not on the show is pick his ass. So anyway, just telling them. That's how you spread it.
That's a very odd, very odd choice of action. Just out of nowhere, like I could have been like fucking licking salt from my fingers or something. Just all day long.
Never shake his hand.
All day long, I could have, like, when I'm alone, I could be cracking my toes with fucking like animal fat, but no, I had to be like picking my ass.
And never let this motherfucker offer you a chocolate pretzel.
I don't eat chocolate pretzels. I don't even keep those in my house.
So I've never seen Terminator. I guess you've never seen Mallrats, because during
Jesus Christ,
in Mallrats, what he does is he takes a pretzel.
You're old. Mallrats is so old.
I am.
You're about as old as Shari Williamson.
But I'm saying in Mallrats, he takes a regular pretzel and he turns it chocolate while standing in the mall and then hands it to you. So never take a pretzel from this man.
I was not in Mallrats.
You were not in Mallrats? You were not into Mallrats? I wasn't into Terminator, so fuck you.
I wonder if...
So Shari Williamson...
I wonder if we did reach out to her, if she would go on a date with you.
I don't know. If it's for...
like a gala or a function.
I mean, It can't be for charity. She's up there. I mean, that's a lot of charity. I hope every little kid with polio gets healed if I go out with her. We cured 2 diseases tonight, bitch.
He said everybody with polio. Oh my fucking God.
That's it. I mean, shit. Hey, you know, if the bitch queef dust, you gotta leave it alone.
Well, what I want to know is, like, she commented underneath what? Not our last episode, but the one before that.
She commented under the meme, and then I
isn't that was the one with our last episode?
Yeah,
or not the last one, but the one before, when I think we were talking about dicks a lot. Which, I mean, if you're Shari Williamson's age, and you probably haven't got a lot of penis with your Karen kebab haircut,
I don't know.
You're probably not used to hearing the word dick and penis.
Check it out, girl. We are worried about your hips. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you're eating Fruity Pebbles your whole life, so you got that dose of calcium every morning. I don't know. I don't know if you take your multivitamin, because number one, we'd have to cure polio, and then we'd have to cure some hip disease after we fucking fucked it all up.
Some hip disease. There is no such thing as a hip disease.
Broken hipitis.
Broken hip syndrome. Yeah. He said broken hipitis.
Worn out by a brother on the mission-itis.
What I'm really curious to know, and
I just give her some applause.
And Shari, let us know. I want to know how she came to listen to the fucking episode. That's what I'm wondering.
How did she even find us?
Yeah.
I mean, she's running for state senate. We'll go out there. We'll do campaign stops with you,
dude. Maybe she's like the one politician on the planet who's like, you know what? I'm going to listen to my constituents and see what they have to say.
And I'm going to let you know, this is a big shit talking show, and we could teach you how to run the government. We could teach you even how to ride a moped.
We could teach you how to get a new haircut too.
Hey, you know what?
Because TLC called from the 90s. They want their weave back.
When you that old, the haircut stinks. I'm saying, she's older than you can drive on the freeway. She's about 80. About 70, we still kicking, but nah, she make Nancy Pelosi look real young. She make Nancy Pelosi look like Marilyn Monroe.
Nancy Pelosi,
you make me feel so young.
Nancy Pelosi, you look like Skeletor already. All right, would you eat a fucking sandwich or something, for Christ's sakes?
So I'm saying, as I lived this life, and I recovered. It was tough. I was really
from the Rona.
From the Rona, I really had to recover. I didn't think I wasn't gonna make it, but I was really concerned I wasn't gonna go back to work, because it took like a motherfucker was positive to the last fucking day. Because like on Friday, I'm thinking,
what do you mean positive to the last day?
You
were on your deathbed, and all of a sudden you were like, oh shit, it's negative. I'm good.
No, it was oh shit like 2 days in, and then it's like, well. I mean, I'm telling you, I said on the last episode, but no, let me tell you, it gets colder and colder as the week goes by, and motherfuckers ain't, oh, you got that? Motherfuckers call me about gigs. They're like, oh yeah, you want to come work? Nah, you step on back, homie. Nah. And you know, we heard the episode. We don't want the airborne AIDS over here.
What you know what I'm really concerned about?
What?
And you know, maybe it's just me, but I really hope those Russian and Ukrainian soldiers are social distancing.
Yeah, you notice. You know
what I'm saying? I hope all of them are fucking vaccinated against the Rona and AK-47 7.62 rounds. I hope there's a vaccine for that as well. You know, I hope for anti-aircraft batteries are wiped down and sanitized, you know, where they launch missiles at airplanes. I hope they're all sanitized and clean.
So why doesn't that come up? That, you know, these motherfuckers in the pits together and I don't see anybody with a fucking mask on. Because I know you're being attacked, but you're killing yourself.
Yeah, really. For fuck's sake.
You're spreading the fucking virus too.
You are not keeping the fucking social distancing protocols advised by the CDC. Where is Joe Biden on this one? Oh, he's spending fucking $600 million goddamn dollars over there.
So as it goes, because we got a Crimea River.
Jesus.
Oh, that's the worst.
That was epic.
That's the worst. Okay. Joe Biden would like to send $6 billion.
$6.4 billion.
$6.4 billion in foreign aid to Ukraine. So here's what we're running into, at least for me, my issue.
And Shari, listen up. Maybe you can help us with this.
Yeah, Shari Williamson, you listen up, because if you want to listen to your constituents, you want to make the country actually run right, because this podcast is probably better than your campaign by 10 times. I'll just let you know that. So, $6.4 billion, but I got motherfuckers over here sleeping in the street, and I got a murder rate in my town that is just crazy. But there's $6.4 billion that we can send over there.
Can we at least just start fixing the potholes?
We can start there.
I mean, you know, the homeless folk and the murders, I'll deal with that, but fix the fucking potholes.
And hey, maybe we can fund some inner city schools.
Nah.
I live in the suburbs, bitch. Aha. If you pay a lot of taxes, you clap along with me right now. Hell yeah. Yeah, learn to play basketball, bitch.
Yeah. Learn to be as tall as LeBron James, you fucking asshole.
But no, $6.4 billion. There's a lot that could be done. We got bridges that are fucking falling apart. A bridge fell apart 2 weeks ago.
See, I don't know though. Like $6.4 billion, I feel like that's fucking pocket change.
It's enough to do something here.
No. My point is, like,
it's enough to put every homeless motherfucker in a Holiday Inn Express. Every homeless motherfucker in downtown Portland in a Holiday Inn Express for about 10 years. That's how.
Probably more than that.
Probably 30 years.
No, but I love how they do that. They're just like, yeah, $6.4 billion. Hope it's enough. The fuck do you mean hope it's enough? Do you know how many packs of gum I could get for $6.4 billion?
You always like to point out that I smoke, and I will tell you, I can get a shitload of fucking Newports for $6.4 billion. I could build a house out of fucking Newports for $6.4 million. So every time I wanted to have a smoke, I would just rip the wall open and pop
you could just buy all the shit to make your own Newports. You could buy a Newport factory.
I could buy my own tobacco farm.
Yeah, right. And mint leaves.
But this is what I'm running into. So we're gonna send all this money over here, and I know I saw last weekend they were protesting downtown
again
for this.
Yeah,
you ain't marching for the homeless motherfuckers you stepping over.
And how dare you march for anything but black people during Black History Month? You fucking assholes.
It was Black History Month, was it?
What a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Now you gotta shut the fuck up. It's Women History Month.
Women.
What the fuck is Women History Month? You were there. Yeah, bitch, you were there.
I thought you.
I do not see the history books overlooking the accomplishments of white women. There's a white woman in the history books just because she sewed the fucking flag. I don't think you guys need a fucking history month.
Can we award Michelle Obama some assortment of prize for Women's History Month?
What? Because she
just for absolutely no reason.
Well, she improved the diet of American kids while they were going to school.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, the fuck.
That was her program. You weren't in school. You didn't have any kids going.
Did you know that she stole that program from the Kennedys in the 50s?
That's not called stealing a program. And the Kennedys were not in power in the 50s. Get the fuck off my show.
No, she stole that program, that idea. That's been a governmental influence through the Kennedy family since the 50s.
Okay, so it kind of comes back to Lyndon B. Johnson's Great Society that he put forth after Kennedy died. Because Kennedy did not take office till 61.
No, I didn't say when he took office.
No, motherfucker, the Kennedys were bootlegging back then. Yeah. Serious shit. No, I mean, his dad was a fucking ambassador. He was kicking it.
No, that's what I mean. But that's the program that they landed, or they fucking ran on.
I don't think you steal a program to properly feed children. I think that's
the fuck you don't.
No, how is? Oh, wow!
Look at Hillary Clinton.
Wow,
look at Hillary Clinton, dude.
Feed the children right. I stole that idea. Oh wow!
Clearly, she didn't feed her own fucking child right. That heroin addicted bitch. Jesus Christ! No,
properly feeding your children. What an idea! No, if my neighbor properly
because hold on, it doesn't work.
If my neighbor properly feeds his kids, and I come over here and properly feed mine, then am I stealing the idea?
Yes.
just because I put a green vegetable.
Yes, when your idea is fucking stupid. Yes.
What, to properly feed kids because kids are getting obese?
Properly feeding kids does not compute. Why? Let me tell you why. Because the whole idea of calories in, calories out doesn't fucking make sense. If I eat all the sugar on the fucking shelf and it's only 300 calories, guess what? I'm still getting fat as fuck.
Hey, the motherfucker.
And guess what? Oh, my calories, I've had more activity than I've had calories. That does not mean I'm healthy.
Hey, if she swapped out a motherfucking fruit pie for a banana, then she helped improve their diet by a little bit. It's something. If there's a couple pieces of celery instead of French fries one day a week, then she helped improve the environment of kids eating.
Why are you defending Billy Blanks' twin? All right, that broad-shouldered Tybo doing bitch doesn't have original ideas.
I don't have a problem with her. Feeding children well is not an original idea.
It's not an original idea.
They've been doing it since the beginning of time.
Clearly not. Have you seen how many fucking fat children there are? They are not. No, the idea is not sticking, people.
She tried.
Failed, just like her husband.
Because if they put her on top of potholes, it'd be the same fucking thing.
I don't even know what that means.
No, I mean, she had to take care of potholes too.
Did she really?
No, I'm just saying, if she only
no wonder this country's fucked up.
If she only does it in a few places, I mean, she only had 8 years.
No, dude, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
That'd be the best first lady if that bitch came out and fixed every fucking pothole.
You're not lying. No, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, shit, whole 8 years. She's never fucking home.
Never did anything but fix potholes.
But my big concern is, as I'm looking here at Ukraine, I mean, I get concerned about good old Vladdy over there because he's not making good decisions.
Good old Vladdy.
And I don't support taking. Actually, I do support taking your shit. If I want to,
they took his Taekwondo black belt. Did you hear that?
Because if somebody go take your shit, they just gonna take your shit. What you gonna do? you ain't ever got beat up and got your shit taken. That's how wars work.
I'm wondering if he woke up that day that they took his black belt and all of a sudden, like, he felt the karate leave his hands.
I'd be super upset.
Like they just went into T-Rex arms limp.
I'm not siding with this guy, but I see where he has some things to be upset about. Now, losing the karate black belt is a bitch. You work hard for that shit. How long did you have to go to How long did you have to go to karate?
I'll bet you they don't come and take it from you. No. I mean, what if they did? What if they showed up? How does that even
fucking work? Do they give you a call and go, "Hey, you're black belt, no good"?
Fuck no. They're not calling you. They're getting like keyboard fucking gangsters, dude. Like, no more black belt for you.
What do they do? Like, deactivate you so don't get into a fight?
That's what I mean.
You're no longer a black belt.
I wonder if he woke up and like one of his wrists just like suddenly went limp and then he couldn't use it for like half a day.
You got to unregister your hands at the police station. They are no longer deadly weapons.
You do not have a conceal and carry permit, nor do you need one.
Nope, we just turn that off.
I wonder if they send like 15 Taekwondo masters to your house and say, "Give us your black belt."
I don't know how, like, that sounds so ceremonial that we took your black belt away.
Yeah, really.
You know what? Because I got a green belt, and I got that when I was 12 years old, and nobody has ever shown up to say, "Hey, you know what? You no longer are the owner of that green belt accomplishment." I could go anywhere and put on a green belt anytime and be like, "I know green belt fucking karate." I have not received a call saying your roundhouse is just not no good. But they called this they called the press. They didn't call him. They didn't call him at all.
No, he might have roundhouse kicked them.
They just called the press and said, "Hey, we revoked his black belt."
Dude, I wonder whose idea that was. Did they just like decide that willy-nilly?
I have no idea. So I'm looking at, but if he does karate, like he runs his troops, he'd be all fucked up. He got people going into a foreign country, not knowing what they're doing and running out of gas.
Well, that's not even half of it, dude. They're rolling down the highway running out of gas. These fuckers are getting stuck in cow pastures. How do you get a tank stuck in the mud? Who does that?
Have you ever run out of gas?
I have.
You run out of gas, you try and roll that car anywhere you fucking you rolling out of gas, you start swerving the wheels to maybe it'll make it go a little further. I could totally end up on the side of the road somewhere because here's an incline. Maybe I'll kick it in. You know you're fucking out of gas. And it's a tank. You gotta try and
No, that's what I'm wondering. How do you not know? How do you not know, like, you're about to run out of gas? Don't you look at it when it hits half a tank and go, we probably need a refill?
There was nobody you could radio and say, hey, you know, we're...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, how is your supply chain that bad? It's like, dude, if Putin fucking stands you up like that, like, leaves you without fuel, that's the worst date of your life. Like, you got to listen to this fucking dude.
But there's rules on being stood up.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
imagine you're stood up by your fucking president.
So how far in advance do you got to get a call from somebody to consider not stood up?
Well, if the tank radios in and says, hey, in 20 minutes, I'm out of gas, I would consider that being stood up.
So let's say this, like, you're talking about maybe a buddy or a frame you want to slide. How long in advance they got to call you before you consider them standing you up?
I'm going to say 24 hours.
See, I'm on a different plane. I go for the good 8 to 6.
I'm saying 24 hours because you kind of know, like, you know what's up.
Yeah, if you know 24 hours in advance. Now, if I got my hair and my nails done and you about to be here in about 15 minutes, and then you call me and say, hey, I'm not gonna make it, that's stood the fuck up. And the no call, no show,
dude. If I spend any amount of time getting ready, you're standing me up.
So let's take this back.
It could be Monday, and we have plans on Thursday, and on Tuesday, I go grab a little bit of something to drink, and then you cancel on Wednesday. Bitch, you stood me up. I went and bought that bottle.
See, you were way too emotional. You were way
for good reason. For good fucking reason.
Sounds like you've been stood up before.
No,
yeah,
I've never been stood up in my life.
Sounds like you've been stood up plenty times. Was it a no call, no show? You got a no call, no show. A no call, no show fucking sucks. Because, motherfucker, I would have called plan B. Yeah.
You get the no call, no show. I get the one call, gotta go.
I would have called plan B and bought a plan B for that motherfucker. Bam.
I don't know. What do you do with that, though? What's your policy on being stood up? Is it one strike and you're out? Does it depend on the situation? Like, what do you think?
A no call, no show. It all depends on how fine you are. You know this. You know, if you were listening to this show right now, a no call, no show, it depends on how fucking fine you are. Because a no call, no show from a mud duck motherfucker, that's it. That is it. That's done. You had one chance at this whatever, where you got an innie or outie that you were offering for that evening. No call, no show.
Mud duck.
Oh, mud duck motherfucker gonna stand me up. Shit, I barely want to be seen with him. Then. But if you're fine, it's like, well, shit, I was trying to get...
Like, I can let that slide this once.
This felt like it was my one time to get with that. So I'll let them try at it again.
See, people tell me that I'm too nice. I've actually had people tell me that, believe it or not.
How are you too nice?
That's probably the funniest thing that I've said on this show.
Just don't shake your hand.
Yeah, right. No, I've had people in my life before be like, oh man, yeah, you're too nice. Like, you're too lenient. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, see what I mean? And I'm like, what, do you want me to fucking argue with you? What's the matter with you? And they're like, whoa.
Well, I'm just going to agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't give a shit. If you stand me up, I'm with you. I mean, if you're hella fine, hey, maybe
something came up.
Yeah.
Your grandma did die. It sucks. You had to wash your hair. Fuck. It sucks.
I'm really, really sorry that you didn't get that laundry done the day before. I mean, it's no big deal.
I know. Your mom said you had to stay in. Hey, well shit. We'll try something next week. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you didn't have time to shower after the fucking dude came on your face. I get it. I get it.
You forgot you had other plans.
Yeah. Double booked. Yeah. Shit happens, right?
But you fine.
Dude, that's what's crazy. I've actually had that happen. Where like been double booked and the chick's like, I'll just be honest, like I got a date. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, when double book plays in your favor, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had shit to do anyway.
Yeah, right?
Cool, you just cleared up a date. I was having a conflict.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I have appointments overlapping.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like it had to be like the doctor's office where you just got to wait outside. I know you got here on time, just like when you go to the doctor's office. You get there on motherfucking time. That's being stood up. You get there on time and you still got to wait there for 30 fucking minutes. What if your dates treated you like that? You show up to a woman's house and she's like, oh, no. Just,
she's like,
her roommate has you fill out the fucking forms as you sit on the fucking couch until she's fucking finished handling her business. And then she's like, oh yeah, she'll see you now.
As the other dude's walking by you out the fucking front door.
He's walking by whistling Dixie. Yeah. And you know what? He goes down, he picks up a highlight book, and he points at a watermelon and a water hose.
What the fuck? A watermelon and a water hose? Because you're gonna have to explain that to some people.
Because that's what the bitch did. She put a watermelon through a water hose. I mean, because when somebody
the phrase is a golf ball through a garden hose. For fuck's sake,
a watermelon through a water hose. That's more sucking. That's more power. I mean, shit.
What are you, Tim the Toolman Taylor?
No, man, this is a fucking Dyson with a Tesla engine in it. I mean, because it's nice. Hey, when you're male or female, if you're going to have some fucking overlap like that, it'd be nice for a motherfucker to walk out and at least tell you what to expect.
I mean, that's fair. Or
this was some high quality shit.
or just rate her 5 stars.
Hey, I don't got time for Yelp. I'm about to go in.
You don't have time for Yelp. Bitch is making you sit in the fucking waiting room for a half an hour. You got plenty of time for Yelp.
Hey, I filled out plenty of fucking forms or shit. Okay. Hopefully I don't have a subscription to fucking Sports Illustrated after going to this bitch's house. Have you
ever been to a appointment? And
well, that's a lot of coughing.
Well, you know. Okay. Have you ever had a bitch double book on you and she gets done with one and then hangs out with you, right? Like immediately after? Have you ever had that happen?
No, I guess so, but I don't know. That's a tough one. Because I'd hope I'd have the quality of a motherfucker that would try and cover that up at least.
So I remember this one time. I went and met this chick for drinks, right? I get there, and we went to like Big Al's or something. So I get there, and you know how you can tell like when somebody just got ready. Like they have like that like kind of fresh swagger and persona to them. Nah, she came up and sat down and she had that like, I've already been drinking swagger. And I was like, oh shit, party started early. And she's like, she got all weird. I was like, what, did you have a hot date before this? Like, no problem. And she's like, well, yeah, I went and met this guy for drinks like an hour ago and then came to see you. And I was like, hey, it's going good already.
Well, here's the fun part. When you're that plan B, that's better than what's already going on. Like you're there, and it's happened to me too. Where you're out with somebody and they get to drinking, and then all of a sudden there's a text or something that comes in, and there's an alternative. I've been on both sides of it. I've picked them up on it, and I've lost them to it. I remember one time I thought this chick was I thought she was all right. You know, she's a 20-something baby mama with that kind of thickness going on.
She wasn't super duper fine.
She wasn't super duper fine. And you know, and we hung out this old school refectory. And I walk outside, and this motherfucker is hanging out with these brothers like it's a fucking rap video or something. And they just kind of looked at me. They looked at me like date over.
I've had that happen too. Like I didn't even know it. This girl that I went and met, she literally like went there with me, or not with me. Like we met there, and then she left with another dude. I've had that happen. That was fucking incredible to watch.
Now I will tell you, vengeance is motherfucking mine, because I pulled up in another spot and I upgraded my accommodations for the evening. I did.
He said I updated my accommodations
because we took
to a suite level.
Motherfucker, we was at the Hotel 6 when we started and barely making the rent. But shit, I ended at the goddamn Hyatt. Fuck. Well, you know, let the trash roll with the trash. Now I want to let you know that it has been an honor being on this podcast with you. And it's an honor to let Shari Williams.
Shari Williams.
Shari Williams, it's an honor to support you in your efforts to become a state senator in Idaho.
And if you suck at it, you know what we're going to say? Whoa, that's the wrong button.
Wow.
I was going to hit the exit song, but now yeah.
We're going to do a show just for you.
Yeah.
You must like her.
I do. You know what? I would date Shari.
Dusty Queefs.
Yeah. If she was about like 40, 50, call it, if she's 80, 60 years younger, I'd date her.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Here's the rule. If you're above the speed limit, fuck, you got because you don't want to be ageist. But shit.
I don't give a shit. Hey, Shari, if you really don't like our show that much, call in and talk to us. I'll talk to you.
We'll talk about the issues.
I'll talk sexy time
but
to you.
You can't get too into her because you know they go in threes. So two of her friends will die. Then you're like, oh, my bitch is next.
Tell your husband you got a side piece now. You got shit to do. He's got a bad heart anyway.
You don't know what he got. You don't know what he got. Shit, you might meet up with Shari. She treats you like a second class citizen. She might have one of old motherfuckers. That's all he could do. That's all he could do. Because he don't look like he could do much. You know how a lot of times there'll be no political ads. They'll be bailing hay. He ain't bailing shit. He's bailing his fucking catheter. That's about it. Look, this shit is not good. So Shari Williams, we endorse you right now for the state senate of Idaho. And every one time I say it, I want to say Ida Pimp, but we'll let it go like that. I want to thank you for joining us for the Hype Podcast. Make sure you check us out at thehypepodcast.com and donate right now because I'm kind of broke. You got anything else to add?
No.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.